Joining me here today is the one and only Rapha. Now, last time you lost a map here at the QPR was way back in a week 2 of Stage 2 against Waz. While you've clearly been strong early in the season, it seems like you've hit another level now. What do you kind of attribute to this?
I think just getting my game plan together, I think, has really helped. I know exactly what champs I want to play on every map. I know, and I do my homework going into each match. You know what champs I should be banning, the matchups that I need, especially when it comes to maps as well for opponents. And I don't know, just everything's just been coming together, and I've been playing in some of the best shape that I've ever played in. And I'm hoping to ride that out as long as I can, hopefully through the end of this season.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think it's fair to say that you're definitely one of the favourites, if not the favourite, coming into the finals. However, it's going to be a little bit different due to the current situation. Mm-hmm. What are your kind of expectations for your performance due to the situation? Does it make things easier or harder for you?
I think it makes things a bit more difficult since it'll be online, but I'd much rather be playing online like we're doing than to do nothing. So I think the fact that we're able to have this conclusion to Stage 3 instead of having to have a really long delay for it, it's going to be exciting to play in a playoff scenario again. And I'm going to keep preparing like I always have. I'll probably start playing with high ping here real soon, since there's only another week left of regular season play before playoffs start, since I could potentially have to play against the European in the playoffs. So but yeah, everybody prefers LAN, so we're all just hoping that this whole thing eventually blows over and we can end up getting back to playing Quake the way it's meant to be played.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen a huge rise recently from a lot of America's players. Do you feel like there have been any players that have been really tested this season?
This season? I just think the few as a Chain and Dramas have been improving quite a bit. I think also Dewey, since he missed the first stage, with QuakeCon and whatnot, and then he came through after Italy, through the contenders. I think he's been improving quite steadily as well. And just overall, the level of the NA players for everyone, from their shape before QuakeCon of last year to where it is now, is much, much higher. And I think it's because they're having to play constantly, and they're able to. I think the format where we get to play one opponent each week, and you get to prepare for it throughout the week and play multiple different people in that same matchup to try to get you up to speed and give you a game plan. I think it gets people a bit more prepared and gets them a good sense of how they need to prepare for a tournament. And we saw that at the last one at Katowice, where Chain and Saigib both finishing within the top 8 for the first time. I think that was very impressive for them, and I'm just hoping to see them continue to get better. Even though I want to win, I always want to see people from NA do better than what they've been doing, and it's been refreshing and good to see that.
Yeah, 100%. It is absolutely fantastic to see. Now, speaking of those weekly matches, we'll be seeing a legendary clash once again as you take on Zahang. What are you kind of going into this match preparing for, and how is your mentality going into it?
Well, Tim is always a really solid dueler. I think, especially now that we've had the whole quarantine thing, he's got a little bit more time for practice as well. He doesn't have to put as much time into work, so his shape going into this match is going to be much better than, let's say, if we met 4 weeks ago. So I've been doing my homework, and I'm just putting in the practice like usual. And regardless of the result, I'm just looking at it as a learning experience, whether it's win or loss, and to try to because it's 2 weeks left before the end of the season now, because I play Chain next week. These matches for me are a good staple to show, okay, what are the last little kinks that I need to work out before the playoffs? Just small little inconsistencies within my game, little bad habits I might have been forming, and just try to find them and correct them when it comes time for crunch time.
Yeah, that's really interesting to hear. I'm sure everybody's super excited to be seeing this match going down, but you kind of mentioned just a few little kinks you kind of want to even out. What are they exactly? Do you sort of have any, not necessarily weaknesses, but anything you kind of want to be working on in these games?
I think just maximizing control when I have it, and I think just trying to make sure that I don't overextend. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I'll be looking out for, and I think that's one of the hardest things for a dueler to understand during the flow of the game is the exact right timing to be aggressive, and the time where you need to take your foot off the gas, and if you don't, the potential to throw away your control, can be a huge detriment to you. So I think that's just what I'll be looking for. I think right now my mechanics are in really good shape. My aim, my movement is really good. My thinking process is really good as well. I'm really happy with how I've been playing. There's just small little details that I'll be looking for to improve upon going into the playoffs.
Well, I'm very excited to see you take to the stage this weekend. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me, and best of luck for your match.
Yeah, thank you very much.